Hi there, wonderful awakening beings and spiritual souls. Jo Rose at jorose.com, numerologist and energy forecaster. And in this video, I'm sharing with you the numerology forecast for March 2025. But before I do, let's recap what 2025 has in store for us. It's a 9 energy. How do we know this? By adding together and reducing down all the digits of the current year. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. 9 is the number of creation. It's creative, enlightened. It's about faith and hope. It's insightful, liberal, multi-talented, passionate, receptive, thoughtful, and a great visionary. A visionary past the material. The flip side of the 9 energy is it can be anxious, bigoted, cowardice, defensive, erratic, false, impatient, indignant, jealous, moody, narcissistic, and one of trickery. The lesson I'm suggesting this month based around the 9 energy is to express one's self creatively. To know more about the 9 energy for 2025, do go and check out my video 2025 Numerology. I'll leave the link in the description below. It will also flash up at the end of my video. How was your February? Did you find love? Have you increased your self-love? I hope so. Let's move on to March. March is the 3rd month, so we add 3 to the 9 of the year and it gives us 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. We are embracing one of my favourite energies. It's my expression number. It's the number of massive creativity. It's the 3rd part of the Trinity. The 3 energy is amusing, appealing, artistic, charismatic, creative, entertaining, expressive. It's friendly, it's fun, it's imaginative. It has a sunny disposition. It's a childlike energy. It's the Y number. Think about a young child. Spend this month being that young, inquisitive child. Why? Not because you want to rub people up the wrong way, but because you really want to know, because you really want to experience. The flip side of the 3 energy is it can be artificial, attention-seeking, chaotic, cheating, corrupt, disruptive, dramatic, melodramatic. It's the drama queen. It can be flash, gossipy, irresponsible, and superficial. The lesson I'm suggesting, tied up with the 9 and 3 energy, is to speak your truth. It's about being authentic, living in integrity. Last month was about honesty. We're now going to follow that through. This month we have the 3 and the 9. They come from the creative group. Now I've explained the groups before. 1, 5 and 7 are the intellectual. 3, 6 and 9 the creatives, and 2, 4 and 8 the matter, the business side, the material side. With the 3 and 9 being the creative, what creative projects would you benefit from completing this month? A piece of art, completing that book, or at least the chapter, finishing that article you wanted to publish, doing some DIY in your home, building your website, creating your page, your blog or your vlog. If you're looking to do work on your house, complete the design, whether it's the interior design or the landscape one. When we have so many tasks that are near completion or underway that are not finished, they're constantly weighing us down. Completing these tasks will free up your time, your energy, your mind space. They will bring space for new opportunities. They could bring success. They could also bring relief. Release these tasks. Talking about release, what negative thoughts, habits, practices, and limiting beliefs are suppressing the true you, that have been restricting you from expressing who you really are, your authentic self. In a year of 9, it's time to let go of who society says you should be and go into who you are here to be. And that's an ever-evolving soul. If you ever wondered why you are not attracting what your soul wants, know that like attracts like. So if you are putting out a facade, an image, a persona, acting, the 3 is all about acting, to be someone to fit in, but you are not happy deep in your core, you do not feel fulfilled, it's time to let it go. What are you tolerating? Why do you do it? Is it fear? Is it fear of change, the unknown, the letting go and feeling lost or alone, or the fear of success? They all can feel like overwhelm unless you've got a plan, unless you're grounded, unless you trust. Is it time to flip fear from false evidence appearing real? Are you fighting ego against reality? Stop, forget everything and relax. Then face it, embrace it, act on it, and replace it. Fear comes from not knowing the unknown or believing that what you know is the only way. Fear has you stop to take check, to take note, to realign. It's not there to stop you moving forward. It's a buffer, yes, but it's not a barricade. It's about change. Change is good. It stops us feeling stuck or travelling down the wrong path. What is change highlighting? Change is suggesting you create having a new growth experience. It's the only way to know if it fits for you. After all, the soul is here to evolve. One of the best things you can do this month is get out of your own way. 99% of the time, it is you in your own way. Yes, things come up and they bring up emotions. You need to focus, hone in on what is the most important thing for you. And when I say important, it's about fulfillment and not monetary gain. Yes, we need money. You're all going to tell me this. But money doesn't solve the problems. You only have to look at the celebrity status and whatever's going on out there. They're not necessarily happy. They're in and out of all sorts of things finding their way, running from or to things. When you know who you are, when you are grounded, when you express yourself, because the 3 is all about self-expression, you know what decisions to make in the moment. One of the best things you can do this month is getting out of your own way. Yes, the energy has felt highly negative for years due to the mainstream media pushing the low vibration narrative. Have you felt a difference since Trump was sworn in? I know I have. I also know that what is being put out there on mainstream media is a whole bunch of stuff that if I wasn't where I am, if I hadn't done the research I've done, if I hadn't spent the last 4 years grounding myself, going within, I most likely would be living with fear about everything. But I'm not. I feel elevated. The 3 is an elevating number. It's inspirational. It's inspiring. Instead of joining that low vibration, it's time to raise it. And in the year of letting go, it can still be done. Because when we let go of that heavy baggage and we take the uplifting 3, we get to shine bigger, bolder, brighter and better. Are you going to be a part of raising the vibration? Come join me. Let's do it together. Let's really enjoy this month. The 3 is about fun and socializing and celebrations. Make these 31 days of March count. If things have not been going to plan, let go and flow. See setbacks as lessons from the universe for growth, for expansion, for evolving. Critical think. Ask better questions. If this moment is a nudge from the Creator, step back, pause, and in the words from Socrates, the secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. What would you want that to be? What is your new? 2026, we move into the one energy. It's all about new beginnings. But if you're so bogged down with all the troubles and the baggage that you had this year, there's no space for new beginnings. It's time to let go. Challenge yourself. Ask, what am I afraid of and why? All too often we get so stuck in the fear, we don't look at what really has put us there. And is it something totally in our head, or is it something we just don't know about that we've got to learn more about? Sit with it and allow the answers to come in. Do not be vague with your answers. As I said, fear can get in the way. Spend some time on it. Journal it. The best way to find answers is to ask the question and then meditate. In journaling, write the question in your dominant hand and switch the pen to your non-dominant hand and let the words come out. You'll be so focused on getting your handwriting correct so you can read it that you won't be in here, you'll be in here, in your heart. The 3 is about joy of expression. So express yourself fully. 3 is about magic. Feel it. Magic lies in the word of magnetism. The 3 energy is charismatic, charming, elevating. Once you've written it all down and you can see what's there, your obstacles, your blocks, your things you need to learn about, things you need to take action on, create a plan and work on it. Letting go doesn't always feel the easiest thing to do. Think back over your life, your relationships, your education, your home environment, family and friends, things you've held on to that now if you look back are no longer a part of your life. Could you imagine with everything going on still carrying all that baggage? If nothing I have learned from my current constant moves is the material world weighs us down, it's baggage. Letting go frees us up. And if you think it's hard to let go, we are always letting go of something. Do not make that something your dreams, your joy, your achievements, your spiritual growth, or your soul connection. It's your soul's evolution. Find your soul-utions. I love looking at the language. Remember, words can be swords. They can stab you in the heart or they can open your heart. Getting to the origin of words tells us so much insight of the control out there. You know, realize to see the real lies. Following on with self-expression, what are you not expressing? Do you need to speak up? 3 is the number of the wordsmith. Find a better way to communicate. It's always easier to communicate when you are your true, authentic self. I remember at the beginning of lockdown, talking to my family, elephant in the room, walking on eggshells, and then they all turned their back on me. And I just let go. Nothing was going to stop me sharing me, because all the time I was suppressing me, not expressing who I am. I was actually depressing me and becoming unwell, mentally sick. emotionally drained. It's not been easy expressing myself. It's not been easy sharing the things I share, having my family turn away from me, losing friendships. But the one person you do not want to turn your back on, or you need to stop turning your back on, is you. You are with you 24/7. You can be your biggest cheerleader, your biggest supporter, and you also have the power to bring you down. Stop looking externally for everything. Create internally and then overflow externally. The vibration that elevates you. 3 is the number of image and makeover. Especially if you're in a personal year 3, maybe time for a new look. And if not, you know what? We're in the 9-3 combination. Let go of the look that's no longer serving you. Find the colours that suit you. Get to know your shape and style. Dress to be comfortable and confident. Don't buy your clothes for the size, buy them for the fit. And if you can't afford to change your wardrobe, declutter it looking at what you wear the most and make them good. Perhaps sell a few of those items and buy some accessories or some pieces that can complement and finish outfits off for you. And if that's too much for you, at least consider personal grooming. Whether you stay in or go out, make an effort to how you look, because it makes a difference to how you feel. I used to work in the corporate world, and I would say I'd go in suited and booted, but not in the black dull colours. I liked my colours and I would wear them. Yes, I know I'm in a dark colour here, but I'm not totally dark because it's got all different colours in my jumper. You work the way you dress. You can't do some DIY dressed in your best party frock. You'd be paranoid about getting paint all over it. Dress the part. 3 is about the actor. Dress the part. But at all times, be the authentic you. Having a good haircut, one that lasts, is also valuable. It may cost that little bit more, but a good hairstyle lasts longer. Speak to your hairstylist. Get them to cut a style that suits where you are at this moment in time. And even if all that is too much for you, smile. Smile can make even the most ugly beautiful. And self-love. You know my saying, it's your life, spelled L-Y-F-E. Love yourself first every day. That energy of love and that smile is perfect. It's radiant. It's sunshine. And we've gone through the image. While we're working on self-expression, let's go to the imposter syndrome. Get rid of the person you are not. Get rid of the fear saying you can't do something. I remember my daughter recently changed her job. She felt like changing her job and up-leveling. She was suffering badly from imposter syndrome. A couple of months on in the job, does she have it? No. It's just anxiety. Anxiety can be a good thing. It's you're stepping into something new, the unknown. There'll come a time when she's outgrown that job and want to move on. Just like we outgrow our education, we outgrow the place we live, we outgrow living with our parents, even we outgrow living with our partner. Our children certainly outgrow living with their parents and they move on. Know who you are. Express who you are. Journal on who you are. Share who you are. It's time to celebrate who you are and your successes. I celebrate every month I get my videos out. Today, I've held back because there's constantly remodelling on a couple of houses going on, and you may occasionally hear the banging. I keep stopping when it happens, but hey, it is what it is. Don't let things get in your way. Don't let things stop you. Find a way to overcome them. It's all about intention. You can solve anything with intention, even if solving it is to let it go. There's no better year to let something go than in the 9 year. And don't just celebrate your successes, celebrate other successes, But don't just celebrate other successes. At every moment in the day, there is a success. As you know, last month, February, I was in a 6th personal month, and I was spending my time turning the house I moved into a home. Some days I was exhausted, and other days I could have good progress. But every day I took one step to making my house look more like my home. And even if it was just to put a picture on a wall, it made me feel lighter and brighter. Celebrate all successes, no matter the size. And if you've got a hurdle, celebrate that too, because it's the universe nudging you to understand something. Note the win, no matter the size. And then you'll realize you're winning all the time. Then you'll realize you are abundant. And these realizes are realize as opposed to the lies. With all the thought of letting go, you may think the year is a doomy, gloomy one. Don't. Do something creative this month, whether that is completing the project, picking up a hobby, or attending an art workshop. Be open, explore creativity. For me, I'm in a personal month 7, so it's kind of going within and it's spiritual. Local to where I've moved to, there is a workshop in March to create a mandala, to really connect with it. One that will bring a meditative state. During the workshop, there will be meditations. It's the perfect piece of art for me. In the past, I have created a number of pieces of art. Here's one I created. What is this? You might not understand it, even like it. It doesn't matter. Let me explain. This is my tree. Here is the tree and it's coloured green. That is my life path number. Surrounding the tree, going up the sides, is blue. That is my birthday number. On the tree are my maturity number, my expression number, my personality number, and my heart's desire number. And in the background, there are 3 layers. These are my 3 major cycles in my lifetime. A picture paints 1,000 words. Looking at that picture, not only did I create it and enjoy it, it just brings me back to who I am. The blossom and the fruits on the tree remind me of what I came with. The view behind highlights my journey, and the core of it is the lessons I'm here to learn. Find art or creativity that speaks to you. That could be in baking, food preparation, interior design, landscaping, creating fashion, creating websites, playing on Canva, creating birthday cards. I handcrafted, hand-stitched every one of my wedding invitations. Loved it. But then I have a 3 expression, so maybe I'm a little bit over the top. But you know what? If we don't have a 3 in our numbers, it comes up in personal months, personal years, universal months, universal years. So there's always an opportunity for creativity. And creativity just doesn't lie in the 3. I've already mentioned it's the 3, 6 and 9 at the strongest. But creativity lies in every single number. Look at your numbers this month. What personal month are you in? Bring the creativity together with your personal month. The 3 says, let go of inhibition. Push fear and anxiety to the side and go for it. What's the worst that can happen? You know what? Why don't you share with me what you're going to do in the comments? Come back and tell me how your experience went. I'd love to hear. I'd love some interaction on this page through my videos. Having gratitude, which is a 9 vibration, having gratitude for small wins leads to big wins. And any win leads to change. I'm going to use a play on words here for change. C is about being creative, right? See how all negatives gain enlightenment. Now, this is a month of fun, but with all the fun, know some of the traits of the 3 can leave you scattered. So ground yourself and watch your words. It's the month of gossip. If you can't say something kind, don't say anything at all. And if you have to say something, make sure it elevates everybody around. Now, you might say this is a month of expression, and I might say some things that don't elevate. By speaking your truth will elevate at some point. And if you're lost and stuck, go within. Connect to your soul, because the soul is source of universal love. Now, I was going to do this video without going off down a different route, but I couldn't, because just before doing this video, I put a post up on Facebook that I felt I needed to share. I was expressing myself, and I've taken screenshots of the post here. Please pause and read. Why do I do what I do? Numerology is a great tool, one I stumbled on. But deep down for decades, I've felt that things were not right. And I need to speak up. The beginning of 2020, when people turned their backs, I just let go of belonging to fit in and decided to speak out. And the people I've connected to, the like-minded people, have made this journey so much easier. By being your true authentic self, you'll connect with the right people. Do read this article. Really feel what I'm putting across. You have the power. I said this last year. You are a sovereign being. It's time to let go of what the system has put on you and flourish into you. Art is very interesting. Over the centuries, the millennia, it has been used. We can go back to the caves, we can go back to the Egyptians, we can go back to the art in the Sistine Chapel. Did you know in music, it's a diary? The musicians are using it as a diary to tell you. Movies are being used to tell you. Some is to push us down and some is to enlighten us. In the article I wrote, I mentioned Michael Jackson's song, They Don't Care About Us. Go listen to that song. The lyrics are amazing. And after you've listened to that, go listen to another track called Earth Song. Churches were once filled with colour and artwork, and then they whitewashed them to take away what? The past, the history. 3 is the number of the artist. The 9 is the number of the curator. You'll find them in museums and art galleries. They go deeper, they study the fine art. More history is hidden in the artwork than you realise. One particular painting I came across today, it was painted in 1837. It was a family portrait of the Frey children. In the original painting, there was 4 children. Today there are 4 children, but for 100 years, one of the children were missing. Go and look up the videos on this. The missing child, Belisaire. Why was he missing? Why was he not with the other 3 children? Why has he got his arms crossed standing in the background? He appears to be a different skin tone. In the 1800s, there would have been slaves. In the article that I wrote and shared on Facebook, I suggested that love, compassion, and consciousness stopped forms of control. Once upon a time, we saw people as people until the fallen angels arrived and have been rearranging that ever since. But if there's something I've learned about everything, that when you lie, when you live a false persona, it's very hard to keep up with it. Constant changes have to be made, backpedaling done. And yet when you live in truth and integrity, life flows. Let your life flow this month. Share what you're going to do. Interact with me. And if you want to go deeper on this through understanding spirituality and who you are, get in touch for a reading, a consultation, or better still, mentorship. Knowing who you are is a perfect grounding to move forward from. And with regards to the art, where they whitewashed it or overpainted him to take him out, it's very interesting. I wonder why old-fashioned photographs were being pushed out for the digital. It's so much easier to change the digital because of who controls it. But when you've got a photo, you can go back and look. It's not changed, it's in the moment. I also wonder why people are being phased out. Is that so they can change history? History is a play on words. His story. So I ask you this month, while you are letting go, what legacy do you want to leave behind? Who are you? What do you bring to this planet? When we are in a high vibration, we can bring and attract abundance. And when we are in a low vibration, we allow the fear to keep growing. If you are done with fear, if it's no longer going to be false evidence appearing real, make it now the time to forget everything from the past and relax into who you are and where you want to go in the future. If you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do, and push that bell for notifications. If I make any sense, share my videos. If I make any sense, please give me a thumbs up or even a thumbs down. It helps the algorithms because I'm just pushed down unless I can be seen. And if it makes any sense, or if I've stirred something inside you, leave a comment, ask a question. Let's make this year really count as we let go of the old, ready to usher in the new. Have an amazing month. Here in the UK, the clocks go forward. We will spring into the warmer weather. Cannot wait. We have Mother's Day. So if you have a mother, go express your love for her. If you are a mother, express your love for your children. It's all about authentically being you. Have a great month, and I'll see you in my next video.